There is no reason in this world to get off the keto diet if you have something like this in your back pocket. Hello, welcome to my keto kitchen. I'm Victoria, and today we're going to make party perfect garlic knots. Now I know 'tis the season of parties coming up, football parties, holiday parties. What about appetizers that nobody has to know is keto to help us if we're throwing the party or if we're going? That way we have something we can enjoy and love and not be tempted for all of the other things to eat that are not keto. So let's make some delicious party garlic knots. The first thing we need is 1 1/3 cup of 110 degrees water. We need 1 teaspoon of table sugar. That's not a problem. The yeast are going to eat this, but we are not. I am going to dissolve the teaspoon of sugar in the water. Now, this is 2 teaspoons plus 1/4 of a teaspoon of active dry yeast. I am going to mix this around, and I'm going to cover this and let it sit for about 10 minutes, and then I will be right back. All right, the yeast has bloomed, and now we're going to move on. The next thing we're going to add is 2 tablespoons of oil, half of a teaspoon of garlic powder. We need to put the beater attachment on. And right here, I have 3 1/2 cups of my self-rising flour. This is what we're going to be adding to the yeast mixture. In the description box below will be a link to this flour. Ooh, it smells so good. I can smell that garlic powder. Now we're gonna blend this up. Perfect. Okay, now that our dough mixture is done, I've taken my rings off and washed my hands because now we have to make the knots. I have also sprayed my hands. Now I'm going to use a cookie scoop. I want to have about the same size each time. So I'm going to get a scoop and I'm going to roll it out. Now I have to tie this in a knot, and I'm interested to see how this is going to work out. This is a beautiful, beautiful dough. But can I get it to tie into a knot? Okay. Cute. We have a little knot. Look at that. Now, I am going to do this however many times I need to and see how many we can get out of this batter. Who would have thought there was an actual keto dough that would rise with yeast and that you could turn into adorable little knots? Okay, so the batter gave us 11 garlic knots. Are these not the most beautiful garlic knots, keto garlic knots that you have ever seen? The dough folded into beautiful little knots. These garlic knots in your oven off, close them in for about 30 minutes, and then they will rise. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put this in my proofer for 30 minutes. The proofer is just another compartment on my oven that holds things at about 80 degrees. A very low temperature that the yeast love. So I will be back in 30 minutes. Look how these have risen. They are gorgeous and very adorable. I am going to put these in the oven at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes. I'm going to be watching, and I'm going to make sure they turn a golden brown on top, and any place where they might have come apart because the dough really likes to expand. just press it back together, but they all seem to be doing pretty well. Look at this. I'm gonna close up. I want to show you how well they have risen. Look how adorable they are. Okay, into the oven they go, 400 degrees for about 20 minutes. I want to see them golden brown on the top so that I can lather some garlic butter all over them and some Parmesan cheese when they're finished baking. Okay, so while the garlic knots are baking, let's make the butter topping. This right here is 5 tablespoons of melted butter, half of a teaspoon of garlic powder, half of a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 of a cup of Parmesan cheese. Going to mix this up. Oh, this smells so good. And the butter glaze is just that simple. Once the garlic knots come out, we're going to lather this all over them. Look how beautiful. These were done in 12 minutes. So this only took 12 minutes to bake. Wow, okay. Oh yes, oh yes, okay. Oh my goodness, you are going to love these. Now, I want to let these sit here for a minute because if I put the butter on right now, it's just all gonna melt. So I want to let these cool to where they're warm, not hot. They're pretty hot right now. We will be back once these have cooled down a bit. Okay, these are absolutely gorgeous. They've cooled down now, and it is time to glaze the garlic knots. Okay, let's give these a try. Here we go. Look how beautiful. Okay, they're adorable. Let's try this. Wow. This is outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Oh. If you love bread, if you love garlic knots, if you love garlic, butter, you will adore this right here. Every single thing about this is perfect. I'm going to break this for you. I want you to see how gorgeous the dough is on the inside, how perfect this is. Wow, so if you have a party to go to, you're doing keto, you don't really want to go because you just know you're gonna get off the keto train, take this with you, or if you're throwing the party, make these garlic knots. This is absolutely perfect. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being with me today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you make these, please leave a comment below. I would love to know how these turn out for you. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I post every Tuesday and Friday, and you have a blessed day.